So if we take any loans, there is also loans and advances from the company. If in case any difference is there, so you can add it in the as a fixed asset or any other amount, you can raise the amount or you can reduce the amount in the liability side also. Like that we can do it. See, in the life insurance company business, if it is house property, it should be considered as a investment. Hello my dear students, I am your Ajay sir, faculty, Department of Commerce and Management, Vidyashram, First Grade College, Mysuru, a temple of excellence. My dear students, in today's session I am going to handle the subject Corporate Accounting 2 for the 4th SEM BCom. The chapter is Accounting for Life Insurance, and this is one of the important chapter for 15 marks and 10 marks questions. In the previous session, we were discussing on the problem regarding the life insurance company, 15 marks. And this session also we will discuss one more problem and how to deal with the adjustment regarding the life insurance company. Coming to the second problem, now the balance sheet of Janata Insurance or Assurance Company Limited appear in the books on 31st/3/2013 as follows. So this is the balance sheet or trial balance given by the previous year. So looking at the mortgages, so where mortgages will come, see, we have to understand the schedules. So to where which schedule this item will go. So schedule, so mortgages, loans, mortgages will go for schedule number 9, loans and mortgages, and also schedule number, next one, building comes in schedule number 10, and also loans against policies also schedule number 9. Next one, investment schedule number 8, surrenders schedule number 4, benefits paid, and next one, annuities schedule number 4, benefits paid, claims by death. So claims also schedule number 4, benefits paid, claims by maturity schedule number 4. Next one, agents balance schedule number 12, current assets. Next one, outstanding claims of the previous year. So any outstanding of the current year we should add, any outstanding of the previous year we should deduct. So outstanding claims, where claims will come, so claims comes in schedule number 4, benefits paid, under that previous year under schedule number 4 minus from claims. And next one, deposits with RBI, this is comes under current asset schedule number 12. Next one, premium schedule number 1, and also outstanding premium of the previous year, where we have to take this outstanding premium. Any premium belongs to previous year, so we should consider it as we should deduct from premium. So outstanding premium of the last year, deduct from premium. Next one, consider for annuities granted schedule number 1, so add in the premium. Next one, commission schedule number 2, commission paid. Next one, interest and dividend we can add to the premium. Next one, life assurance fund. So life assurance, any fund is a reserves and surplus, that will goes to reserves and surplus, comes under schedule number 6. Next one, bank and cash balance should goes to schedule number 11. Next one, expenses of management schedule number 3, management expenses or operating expenses. And next one, bonus in reduction of premium schedule number 4, so show it in the benefits paid, add to the bonus. Next one, interest accrued but not received is a current asset schedule number 12. Next one, share capital schedule number 5. Now let's go to the adjustment. What are the adjustments? So all the adjustment will be having twofold effects. One adjustment should comes in the first 4 schedules in anywhere. First 4 schedule. What are the first 4 schedules? First 4 schedules are the revenue account schedules, and from 5th schedule to 15th schedule are the balance sheet schedule. So okay, next one, premium outstanding, where premium outstanding should appear, so it will be having twofold effect. Let's write here premium outstanding, first one. All the items given in the adjustment is belongs to current year. So premium outstanding is current year premium outstanding. Any outstanding of the current we should add to the premium. So schedule number 1, add to premium. And it is a income for the company, and if it is not received, it is a current asset schedule number 12. We can show it as a current asset. Next adjustment, interest accruing but not due. So where we have to show interest, second one, interest accruing. Again, schedule number 1, add to premium. Certain interest accruing but not due means we have not received the interest. So schedule number 12, current assets. Again, coming to the third one, claims admitted but not paid yet. It is outstanding claims. So benefit outstanding. So claims belongs to other person. So anything belongs to others is a liability. So claims, we should show it in a schedule number 4 first. So claims admitted or outstanding claims, where we have to show schedule number 4, add to claims. So schedule number 4 is a benefits paid. So under benefits paid, add to claims. Again, it is a current liability. Current liability is schedule number 13. So schedule number 13, add to current liability. Next one, surrenders claims not paid yet. So surrender is also benefits. So it is benefits paid. Schedule number 4, we have to show the surrenders. Again, surrender is a current liability. Surrenders outstanding. So under schedule number 4, benefits paid, add to surrender. Again, schedule number 13, add to current liability. Now next adjustment, further bonus in reduction of premium. So a further bonus in reduction of premium, add to bonus, benefits paid, schedule number 4, benefits paid, add to bonus. Again, schedule number 1, premium, add to premium. So further bonus. So where we have to show in schedule number 1, add to premium. Again, schedule number 4, benefits paid. Benefits paid, add to bonus. So schedule number 4 is a benefits paid, add to bonus. Next, coming to the last adjustment, surrender adjusted against loans and policies. Adjusted, where you have to show, so we have to add to surrenders. Again, it is a adjusted against loans and policies, where loans and policies will come. So it comes under schedule number 9. So minus from schedule number 9, add to schedule number 4, benefits paid under surrenders. So add to, so let's take, it is schedule number 4, benefits paid, add to surrender. Again, minus under schedule number 9, loans and policies, minus from loans. So schedule number 9 is a loan, under that minus from loans and policies. So these are the 6 adjustments. So we have to understand. So first one, premium. So any premium outstanding premium is current year. So current year premium, add to current year premium, schedule number 1. Again, show it in the schedule number 12, current asset. Again, coming to interest accruing. So where we have to show interest accruing, first one, schedule number 1, add to premium and show it in the schedule number 12, current assets. Again, outstanding claims, it is benefits paid, and claims comes under benefits paid, schedule number 4, add to claims under, and again show it in the schedule number 13, current liability. Again, next one, surrenders outstanding. So outstanding surrenders, benefits paid, add to surrenders, again add to current liabilities, schedule number 13. Again, coming to the further bonus utilized in deduction of premium. So schedule number 1, add to premium. Again, Schedule number 4, benefits paid add to bonus. Now, next item is surrender adjusted against loans and policies. Under schedule number 4, benefits paid add to surrenders and deduct from schedule number 9, loans and policies. Now, let's go to the problem. So, what is the first one? Schedule number 1, premium. So, first we have to look for the premium amount in the, see where is the premium? Schedule number 1, premium we have written. See, schedule number 1, premium. So, premium, it is 30,94,000. So, premium 30,94,000. Next one, add outstanding premium of current year. So, this is current year. So, what is the current year outstanding? See, we have discussed here, current year outstanding is 4,500. See, add to current year premium, again show it in the current asset, schedule number 12. So, add current year outstanding 4,500. So, add here 30,94,000 plus 4,500. It is 30,98,500. Next item, add further bonus in reduction of premium. It is in adjustment. So, further bonus reduction of premium is 5,000. Already we have discussed here. See, further bonus in reduction of premium, it should be added to premium. Again, we have to show it in the benefits paid, schedule number 4 as bonus. Next one, what is the amount here? So, it is the further bonus reduction of premium is 5,000. So, add 5,000. Again, add interest and dividend. So, it is in the trial balance. Look at the interest and dividend. Add interest and dividend. Here it is interest and dividend. How much? It is 1 lakh interest and dividend. 1 lakh. So, add interest and dividend 1 lakh. Again, next one. This is here. Interest and dividend 1 lakh. Next one, add interest accruing but not due. It is interest accruing here. It is how much? 3,400. It is a double effect. So, interest accruing should be added to premium. Again, we have to show it in the schedule number 12, current assets. So, the amount is 3,000. The amount is 3,700. So, add 3,700 here. So, add all the amount. Total it is. Again, consider for annuities granted, schedule number 1. So, consider for annuities granted here, it is 4,20,000. It is 4,20,000. So, add all the amount. So, we'll get the total premium. The total amount is 36,27,200. This is the total premium. Next, coming to the commission. So, we have only one item, commission paid here. So, we have commission paid, schedule number 2 is 54,000. So, let's write 54,000 is the only one item we are having. Next, coming to the schedule number 3, operating expenses, we will be having management expenses, and if in case any due, we have to add the management expenses. So, we don't have any adjustment in the management expenses. Let's coming to the trial balance. So, we have expenses of management of 63,000. So, let's write management expenses 63,000. Again, next one, schedule number 4, benefits paid. So, here you will get bonus, claims, surrenders and annuities. So, coming to the first one, claims by death. So, let's look at the claims by death is 7 lakh. So, show it here, claims by death 7 lakh. Again, claims by maturity. So, look at what is the amount of claims by maturity. claims by maturity is 10 lakh. So 10 lakh. Next one, outstanding claim of the current year will be in the adjustments. Look at the outstanding claim but not paid is 10,000. Add outstanding claim 10,000. Again, direct outstanding claim of the last year. So we have last year claims in the trial balance. Look at the claims, outstanding claims for the last year is 2,20,000. Direct this amount, 2,20,000. 2,20,000 should be deducted. So first one 7 lakh, next one 10 lakh, 10,000 minus 2,20,000 is 14,90,000. So total is 14,90,000. Next one, surrenders. So to have surrenders amount here, let's look at the problems. So surrenders we have 25,000. So let's write the first 25,000 surrenders. 25,000 and outstanding surrenders will be in the adjustments. So surrender claims not paid is 12,000. Surrender claims outstanding 12,000. Again, add surrenders claims adjusted loans on loans and policies. Surrender adjusted to loans and policies against loans and policies is 5,000. Add this amount. Now add all the surrender. So 25,000 plus 12,000 plus 5,000 is 42,000. Next item is bonus in reduction of premium and further bonus utilized. So further bonus utilized is 5,000 and bonus in reduction of premium. So let's look at the bonus in reduction of premium is 5,000 and further bonus utilized is 5,000. So write total amount. So bonus in reduction of 5,000. Again further bonus utilized 5,000. Total it is 10,000. And again we have annuities. So annuities missed out. Let's write the annuities also. So annuities is 12,000. So let's write the annuities also. So it is 12,000. So now let's make the grand total. 14,90,000 plus 42,000 plus 10,000 plus 12,000. The total amount is 15,54,000. So 15,54,000. I'll write here 15,54,000 is the total amount here. Now let's go to the revenue account. So total revenue account, this is the format of revenue account. Now what is the total amount of premium? Let's write first. So total amount of premium is 36,27,000. Premium received is 36,27,000. 27,200. Now next one, now we don't have income from investment and investment is nil. So this is nil. And interest and dividend also nil. The total amount is 36,27,200. Next item is commission paid. Let's look at the commission paid. Total commission paid is 54,000. It is 54,000. Operating expenses is 63,000. So it is 63,000. Again, benefits paid. Total benefits paid is 15,54,000. So it is 15,54,000. Now add the amount. This is total A. Now and this one is total B. So this is A, this is B. So 54,000 plus 63,000 plus 15,54,000. So it is 16,71,000. So it is 16,71,000. Now let's identify the surplus by deducting B minus A. So total, deduct this B, total amount of B from A, we will get the surplus. Now let's deduct B from A. So 36,27,200 minus 16,71,000. So we'll get 19,56,200. 19,56,200 is the surplus. Now we identify the surplus. Now let's go to the balance sheet schedule. So balance sheet schedule starts from schedule number 5, share capital, to schedule number 15. Next one, authorized capital. Let's look at, if he has given authorized capital, we can write the authorized capital. If there is no authorized capital, what is the amount issued and subscribed is considered as a authorized capital. So let's find out the share capital here, schedule number 5. So share capital of our 50,000 shares, equity shares of rupees 10 each is 5 lakh rupees. That amount itself is the authorized capital and also paid up capital. So 5 lakh right here, underline it. Again, issued, subscribed, called up and paid up. Called up and paid up. So it is 5 lakh again. So don't add or deduct this 5 lakh, just underline it. So we should consider this 5 lakh, not the authorized capital. So 5 lakh. Now next one, schedule number 6, reserves and surplus. So you may be having any reserves, any fund, any amount we can write here and again deduct the surplus from the life fund. So let's look at the life fund. Where is the life fund? So we have life assurance fund on opening date. So it is, the life fund is 9,50,000. So life fund is 9,50,000. Again we have to deduct the surplus from life fund. So what is our surplus? So our surplus is 19,56,200. Now schedule number 6, reserves and surplus. What are the reserves and surplus? So reserves fund means, so any reserve, any fund, that fund or that reserve will be considered as a reserves and surplus, and also we should add the surplus in the revenue account. So what is the life fund we got here? So we got the life fund of rupees. So life assurance fund is 9,50,000. To this add the surplus 9,50,000 and add the surplus 19,56,200. So 19,56,200. So add it, write it in the outer column. So we'll get 29,06,200. Next item is schedule number 7, borrowings. Borrowing from any other insurance company. So it is nil. We don't have any borrowings. This is nil. Next item. The next schedule is schedule number 8, investments. So you can add investment, and also if you have any outstanding interest on investment in the adjustment, so we can add that also. So let's look at the investment. So investment is 12 lakh. We don't have any outstanding investment or outstanding interest on investment. So we can directly write 12 lakh. So investment 12 lakh. We don't have anything in the adjustment regarding the investment. Next item, schedule number 9, loans and advances. So first one, mortgages in India. You can add mortgages outside India also. So let's look at the mortgages in India. What is the amount of mortgages in India? Mortgages, he has given 14 lakh. Mortgages he has given 14 lakh. So mortgages 14 lakh. Next one, add loans against policies. So if you have any loans against policies, we can add that. So what do you mean by loans against policies? See, a insurance policy holder, so we'll take a loan from the insurance company or on the basis of his policy document. So if we take any loans, there is also loans and advances from the company. So we can consider that also. So if you have any loans against policies, we can add that. So we have loans against policies 1,55,000. So let's add 1,55,000 here. 1,55,000. Next item, direct surrender adjusted against loans and policies. So we have in adjustment surrenders adjusted against loans and policies. So 5,000 we should deduct it. Deduct this 5,000. Write the remaining amount. So 14 lakh plus 1,55,000 minus 5,000. It is 15 lakh 50,000. 15 lakh 50,000. Next item, number 10. Schedule number 10 is fixed asset. So it may be building or it may be furniture, machinery. See, in the life insurance company business, if it is house property, it should be considered as a investment. Okay, if it is a freehold land, also investment. It is a premises, it will be considered as a fixed asset. And it may be land and building will be considered as a fixed asset. And also machinery, computers will be considered as a fixed asset. So even though the ultimate amount in the balance sheet will not change, but we should consider as an investment in case of house property. See, life insurance company, if in case life insurance company, there is no need for the life insurance to have a house property. If it is having a house property, that is a investment. So if we have any fixed assets or any building, so we have building here, it is 1,45,000. We have only one item, so we can directly write the 1,45,000. So next, let's go to the next. Schedule number 11, cash in hand and at bank. So we have only one item, cash in hand and at bank. Let's look at the cash balance. So bank and cash balance is 50,000. So let's write 50,000. So we have only one item, 50,000. Next one, schedule number 12, advances and other assets. So all other current assets you can write here. So first one, outstanding premium, it is in the adjustment. So let's look at the outstanding premium. So it is 4,500. So we have already written the premium, and also we should add to the schedule number 12 current assets. So total amount is 4,500. 4,500. Again, interest accruing but not due, it is in the adjustment. Look at the adjustment. See, interest accruing but now add to the premium already added. So we have to show it in the current assets. Interest accruing but not due is 3,700. 3,700. Next, interest accrued but not received. So it's also in the trial balance. Interest accrued but not received is 12. How much? 7,000. Interest accrued but not received. 7,000. Next one, interest. Next one, agent's balance. So he has given the agent's balance in the trial balance. Let's look at the agent's balance. Agent's balance he has given is 5,000. Agent's balance is 5,000. Let's write 5,000 here. Again, next one, deposits with RBI. If you have any deposits, we can write it is a current assets. So deposits with RBI is 2,30,000. 2,30,000. Next one, outstanding premium as per trial balance. Look at the trial balance outstanding of the last year. So this premium is belongs to last year. Outstanding premium of the last year is 35,000. That is 35,000. 5,000. So add it and put it into outer column. Now first one 4,500, 3,700, 7,000, 5,000, 2,30,000 and 35,000. So it is 2,85,200 is the balance. And next one, let's go to next. Schedule number 13, current liabilities. So if it is any outstanding claims, outstanding surrenders, all comes here. Any outstanding, payable, not paid. So let's look at the adjustment. Outstanding claims we are having 10,000. Again we have outstanding surrenders 12,000. So claims 10,000, surrenders 12,000. So claims 10,000 and surrenders not paid 12,000. So total it is 22,000. Next one, schedule number 14 and schedule number 15, provision and miscellaneous expenses. In this problem we don't have any provisions and we don't have any miscellaneous expenses. So while doing the balance sheet, see, keep this in your mind, schedule number 13 should be deducted. After schedule number 12, in the application of fund, add up to schedule number 12 and deduct the schedule number 13 and don't show any amount regarding schedule number 14 and schedule number 15. So we should not show. We can show either after the balance sheet also. These two items cannot be shown in the balance sheet. So now let's go to the balance sheet. Now what is the total source of fund? So under total source of fund we have three schedules. What are those? Share capital, reserves and surplus and borrowings. And under application of fund, this is application of fund. Application of fund. So application of fund, under application of fund, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 schedules we are having. So under after 13, this amount current liability should be deducted, not added, and 14 and 15 we should not show in the balance sheet in the application of fund. Now let's go to the schedule number 5, share capital. Share capital is 5 lakh here. Again reserves and surplus. Reserves and surplus is 29 lakh 6,200. So it is 29 lakh 6,200. Next item, borrowing. So here we don't have any borrowing, so it is nil. Now borrowing nil, so add the amount here. So 5 lakh plus 29 lakh 6,200, it is 34 lakh 6,200 is the total source of fund, and total application of fund should be equal to total source of fund. Now let's go to the schedule number 8, investment. Investment is 12 lakh. Schedule number 8, 12 lakh. Next item is schedule number 9 is loans and advances. So schedule number 9, loans, it is 15 lakh 50,000. So it is 15 lakh 50,000. Next item is fixed assets. So what is the total amount of fixed asset? We have only building here. So it is 1 lakh 45,000. It is 1 lakh 45,000. Next item is cash in hand and other current liabilities. This is R and other current liabilities. So what is the cash in hand? So schedule number 11, it is 50,000. So now what is cash in hand? Cash in hand is 50,000. So cash in hand and other current assets 50,000. Next one, advance and other assets. So schedule number 12, current assets. So what is current assets? Let's look at the current asset schedule number 12, advances and other current assets is 2,85,200. It is 2,85,200. Now be careful, schedule number 13, we have to deduct schedule number 13 amount, current liabilities. What is the current liabilities we are having here? So we have current liabilities is 22,000. 22,000. Deduct this amount from the total application. So it is 12 lakh plus 15 lakh 50,000 plus 1 lakh 45,000 plus 50,000 plus 2 lakh 85,200 minus 22,000. So it is, now it is getting, we are getting here 32 lakh 8,200. So now let's add the both side of the trial balance if there is any mistake there or any differences. So we will later we can do that here. So let's add, it is 14 lakh plus 1 lakh 45,000 plus 1 lakh 55,000 plus 12 lakh plus 25 lakh 25,000 plus 12,000 plus 7 lakh plus 10 lakh plus 5,000 plus 2 lakh 30,000 plus 35,000 plus 54,000 plus 50,000 plus 63,000 plus 5,000 plus 7,000. So we are getting correct amount here in the debit side. Let's add credit side 5 lakh plus 9 lakh 50,000 plus 10,000 plus 1 lakh plus 4 lakh 20,000 plus 2 lakh 20,000 plus 30 lakh 94,000. So here we are getting 52 lakh 84,000. So deduct. So here we are getting 52 lakh 84,000. So here getting 50,000 50 lakh 86,000. Let's deduct. Let's find out the balance. So 50 lakh 86,000. So difference is, here we are getting the difference in debit side, maybe some fixed asset showing lesser amount, we can add this difference to the any fixed assets so that we can increase the balance there. So interest and dividend, commission. So let's take it as a building. Let's add one more assets. So in case if we have like this, so let's add one more asset, furniture. If you have any, if the balance is not tallied in the trial balance, we can, so we can consider or we can assume one asset may be missing in. So furniture, let's add 1,98,000. Then it will become 52 lakh 84,000, 52 lakh 84,000. So this again already shown furniture, we can show it in the schedule number 10 as a fixed assets. So let's go to the fixed asset and add this amount. So if you have any, before doing the problem, please check the trial balance whether it is tallied or not. So if you have any, any difference, so we can add one more amount as a furniture. So it is 1,98,000, then plus 1,45,000. The total amount is 3,43,000. So let's change in the there also. So it is total current asset is 3 lakh. So let's show this as a 3,43,000. So 3,43,000. 43,000. So let's add this amount. Now it will get tallied 3,43,000. So now 12 lakh plus 15 lakh 50,000 plus 3 lakh 43,000 plus 50,000 plus 2 lakh 85,200 minus 22,000. So we will get tallied 3 lakh 40,000 6,200. So we'll get tally the amounts like this. So maybe because of some maybe mistakes in the question, so one or any other item missed out in the problem also, there are some chances. So if you get this type of problem while doing solving any paper and all, so we can just find out or check the all the balance in trial balance, both debit side and credit side is tallying. If in case any difference is there, so you can add it in the as a fixed asset or any other amount, you can raise the amount or you can reduce the amount in the liability side also, like that we can do it. So now the balance is tallied for 34 lakh 6,200, here also 34 lakh 6,200. Again next class we will do one more problem on the life insurance with more adjustment. These are all the question paper problems we are solving. One more question paper problem I will solve in the next session. Till then, thank you so much.